Coti. Coti was a project that in 2021 I was really bullish about. I thought this was going to do go to higher highs than it did. I do think with the new revamped white paper, I do think with one of the big drives that they've got moving forward, they've got a chance of a new all-time high in this bull cycle. And I do think there is a real legitimate use case for Coti that has real value. So I want to talk about why I think that and what it can hit in this bull cycle. Before I get into it though, guys, if you're new here and you don't know what the spreadsheet is, these are the first 26 coins that I did videos about on the channel. In the videos, I showed myself buying up all of these coins. I expected that they were going to make me a lot of money, and you can see what they were worth just here. And you can also see the highs that these coins hit in under a year and a half, and these are what your profits would have been if you'd have put $100 into those coins when I released the videos, and if you'd have then sold them after about 16, 17 months. If you'd have done that for all 26, your total profit in under a year and a half would have been over 123 grand, which is not too bad. Now, I sold these, but I do share the coins that I own on my website, which is copymycrypto.com. When I find a coin that I think is going to make me a ton of money, I jump onto the site, I tell my members about the coin that I'm going to buy, the profits it can have, the percentage of my cash I'm going to put in, and they can copy along exactly. This means they make the exact same profit as me, but they don't have to do any work at all, which is why we have thousands of members on the site. They're making great money in crypto, but they don't have to work. They don't have to dive into the markets. And if you want to see what the members have made, go to the site, have a look, and read through the whole site. Everything on there you can verify as well, because it's all on the history of this channel. We are in a bull cycle, and if you do not have your portfolio sorted, now is the time. Because if you're going to wait a year, 4 months, even 2 months, you're going to have missed out on a lot of profit. So go read through copymycrypto.com. Maybe try out the service because it will help you out. Now, Coti. So far, right? In the previous bull cycle, it was under a cent, and it did go up to highs of about 70 or 80 cents. 68 cents. So it didn't do badly by any stretch of the imagination. When it was like 7/10 of a cent at some point, or 8/10 of a cent, that's a hell of a gain. Can't whinge at that. In this most recent bear cycle, it was at lows of three, just under 4 cents. And it did manage to rally up to around 28 cents. So it didn't do too badly there either. Obviously, it's experiencing a pullback right now. Now, one thing that's going for Coti is there have been a lot of integrations and a lot of work done. They have been working directly with Cardano, introducing the stable coin. They are also being talked about a lot more than previously. And I'll talk about that in a sec. So Coti's like a fintech enterprise grade platform. The idea is it's ready to provide people with their own payment solutions and digital currency and digitize any currency. It's one of the world's first blockchain protocols that's optimized for DApp payments, for decentralized payments, for stablecoin issuers, for use by merchants, for use by governments. Coti pays the first application, which describes itself as a fully encompassing finance on the blockchain, and it's a DAG-based protocol. And I've always been partial to a DAG. My Phantom did very, very well for me in the last bull cycle, and DAG protocols are efficient. They speed up. As the more people that use them, the stronger those networks get. There's a lot of real positives to a DAG network. And back in 2017, 2018, a lot of people were skeptical of DAG networks. And there's a lot of questions around DAG networks now. People are very, very bullish. So the thing that makes Coti unique is Coti's platform. The platform enables companies to effortlessly create advanced fintech products, save time, data, and money. Now, all of this is great, right? I'm not going to keep diving into this. But All of this is great, but I've said this before. The issue with all of this is if you are a business, because of the system that is in place in the way that the blockchain works, that ledger of your transactions is not something that you want public record as a business. That gives every single competitor that you've got access to see what people are interested in buying. That gives, potentially hackers, potentially exploiters, whatever you want to call them, in terms of information about, how things are going for you. It also requires you to effectively be comfortable trying a new technology. All of these things are big asks for a big business. Like, let's be honest, look, man, most businesses, most more traditional businesses or longer running businesses are run by old ass white guys. They are not the quickest to try something new. Now, if you've got a company that's fresh, that's new, that's started by a person of a much younger generation, you've got a chance of being able to persuade them. Something like Gymshark is one that springs to mind. It's a very young man, he's a British guy, but he's very, very young. But he's built that, with his team and stuff. But he's very young. He'd be the kind of person I'd be trying to target as try this out. This might be great for you. However, as I said, all of these things are great in terms of potential that it can offer, but the negatives are too high. If I was running a multi-billion pound business, what I don't want is all my competitors seeing all my information. I don't want anyone seeing the information of the business internally, other than the shareholders and my C-suite team. So with that in mind, I was always a bit, there was skepticism of how the hell are you going to onboard big business? There's something that they've done that I think helped it. So they've released a V2 white paper. So Coti V2 engine is to boost confidentiality. So the Web3 ecosystem has been put in structures to effectively navigate the intricacies that exist between individual privacy and the inherent blockchain transparency. Unfortunately for Web3, its success lies in the capacity to boost confidentiality. So they're bringing a new approach. The protocol achieves this. So they're looking at optimizing performance without compromising on confidentiality. The protocol achieves this dual function by engaging a unique combination of well-established privacy-preserving technologies, with the main ingredient being a garbling protocol. It's interesting to note that upgraded garbled circuits offer as much as 1,000 times faster computation, 250 times smaller storage requirements, and this is in addition to its 100 times lower latency. These things implemented have really strong use cases now. Key function, so in the long run, the protocol will be able to boast of data privacy and efficient functionality. And now all of a sudden you've got something that a business might want. Because until a business is going to be confident that their information is private, in whatever way, shape or form you want to describe that privacy, businesses are not going to rush to jump on the blockchain where everything is open and visible. And part of the reason that I've always liked privacy coins, but part of the reason that I've worried about privacy coins is the inevitability of governments not liking them. But when you've got an enterprise grade system built for business and government, but it is privacy preserving, then you've got something governments will get behind. They'll have no issue with that, because the fundamental thing is, if you are going to have a new research, like a new evolution in the way business runs through blockchain and everything else, you need businesses to be on board. And when businesses can know that their stuff is private, they will be on board. It would still take a while, because you've got to convince a lot of people to get on board and shift their business model, or at least shift a proportion of it. But that is a really strong sign. Combine that with obviously Coti issuing one that's a stable coin for Cardano. And I do think this is one where we're going to see some growth. And I do think a new all-time high should be on the cards. Now, one thing I will say, trading volume is piss poor. It's really bad. Oh. What happened there? Yeah, trading volume is not good. Also, it's not going to exactly have a bounce, like an exchange listing bounce. So I don't think we're going to necessarily see a hugely significant price run. Like, I've seen some people throwing out $10, $15. I think that's unlikely. However, I will point out one more thing. Some of the biggest YouTube, like crypto influencers on the planet, have been talking about Coti a lot and how bullish they are. And they are people that literally move the market. Because they've got a million people that will watch their videos, or however many. And there's a couple of them knocking around now. Because Coti, from a logical standpoint, I would be looking at around a 30% to 40% uptick from its previous high, which brings it to about $1. And I think that's fair. And until they have businesses that are definitely on board, I think $1 is probably fair for what they're producing and what they've got. But if it starts hitting a new all-time high and the biggest YouTubers or biggest Twitter influencers or whatever the hell the word is start shilling, for lack of a better term, Coti, then we could see quite a dramatic new all-time high. But based on tech, based on previous all-time high, and based on how many businesses have currently integrated into Coti or what they've shared, I'd be looking at about $1, which is still not bad. Still, about 6x from where it is now. But let me know what you guys think about that in the comments down below. How high do you think it can go if the quote-unquote largest crypto influencers on the planet are talking about Coti regularly? Let me know in the comments down below. And guys, if you want to make the same profits as me in this bull cycle, you can do. All you have to do is go to copymycrypto.com and join. Copymycrypto.com is where I share my entire portfolio with my members. They can see every coin that I own. Whenever I buy or sell a crypto, I let my members know what crypto, what profits I think it can have, what percentage of my money I'm putting in, or how much I'm selling. So they get in at the same prices, they get out at the same prices, but they don't have to do any work, which is why I have thousands of members on the site, is because they're making great money in crypto without having to do anything. If you want to see what they've made, go onto the site along with, and you'll also see what I've said in the past. It's all public record as well, so you can verify it all. Now is the time to actually get the ball moving on these markets. We're in a bull cycle. If you wait 2 months, 3 months, you're going to miss out on a lot of profits. So go check out copymycrypto.com, read through the whole site, and see if it's a service you want to try, because it may just help you out, guys. And that's it from me. Have a good day. Bye-bye.